Welcome to ATB TV. I'm Darren Dance here with Peter Morganti. I've got the jumper on, he's got the t-shirt on.
I've just come from Colac. It was 20 degrees an hour ago. I don't know what it is now, but it's not 20.
No, it's
and the wind's up.
She's about to change, and we're supposed to hail and thunderstorms.
The old Jane Bunn forecast looking to, what's that, northwest. It's coming.
Couple of hours, we'll cop it.
It's coming.
We might just get this done in time.
We're on a bit of a tilt here, Darren.
Yeah, we are.
I feel like Rod Carter playing for the Swans.
Oh yeah, Rod Carter. God, that's
Remember
going
that?
back. Yeah, I do.
Real like that.
Wonder where Rod Carter is now.
Yeah, well, it was the back in the days where Sydney were always on the TV on a Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
So that'd be
25 years
30 years ago. So Rod, well in his 60s.
Yep.
I don't know what he's doing.
Your age.
No, a bit older. I was a kid watching it at Murray.
Well, he must be 80 then.
That's annoying me now, Darren. I dropped that
He must be
80. 80. We play the Swans this weekend.
Oh, I know. Carlton would.
Yeah. A few people notice.
If you lose, are you out?
Yeah.
Oh,
knock out.
elimination.
Knock out. A few people noticed I didn't have the scarf last week.
Yeah, I got a little bit of feedback.
Well, it wasn't actually by design, but yeah, no, I'm not fickle. Just forgot the scarf.
Yeah, no footy last weekend. Gee, it was a big crowd at Caulfield.
Big
crowd. I know
8,000, I reckon they said. Yeah,
big
which
crowd.
is good.
That's a lot.
And I mean, that probably shows when there isn't any footy, they want that space, and they've been talking about the space even through November. Well, the crowds will go. And I think Caulfield probably entertained more than any other race club in a way.
Yeah. It was a good vibe.
Yeah, good.
Spring was in the air.
Good vibe, except we didn't. We
no vibe for us.
Didn't vibe up too much, but
no. Anyway, let's go through last week's runners.
We spoke about potentially one that might have been showcasing his wares for one of the last times, Bandito at Seymour, and well, he lifted his game. He probably didn't want to go on the English line just yet. There, it ran well.
He ran well. He
second.
Finished second to. Isn't it funny? You go to Seymour, and you get beat by $1.50 chance from Chris Wallace.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, and Blake Shin was there.
You cop that in the city. You've got to see.
Anyway, I was quite happy to run second to that horse.
Yeah.
On the corner, I thought he was gone.
Yeah.
And he just stayed on.
Wonders if he was beaten 5 by a horse better than he wasn't too far away, and it was quite entertaining, the post race, and
stuff me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be stuffed.
Would you say something to Zach about, oh well, we'll do it again or something?
Yeah.
So no, look, it's sometimes you just need to push these horses out.
It was a pretty stressful day.
Why is that?
What time was the race? 2:20.
Oh yeah, you nearly didn't get there.
2-hour drive.
If you're gonna miss,
I left home at 12:20.
If you're gonna miss your beat,
thank God the race. For some reason, the race was 5 minutes delayed.
Oh, there you go.
Which gave me time to get me ticket and get to the Manor Yard with all my friends.
So you never gave the pre-race then?
There was no one.
Yeah. You were the only one.
No one there.
Well, that's loyal. Oh well, the horse.
Anyway, they're all pretty happy, but he stuck on all right.
Yeah.
So there's a win there for him.
There's a mile and a half race at Bendigo next Thursday. I don't know if that's too close.
I don't know. I thought he threw a nominee for Moe next week.
Righto.
But he said it's probably a bit close, but he pulled up like he hadn't had a run.
Well, sometimes
he could bob up at Moe on Tuesday.
Sometimes you just need to stretch them out to where you think they can perform. But
well, you know that story, that theory we've got on stayers at their first time over 2,000.
Yeah, well that's right. Well, he will get on next start.
He was blowing harder than you putting the wheelie bin out on Sunday night.
It's Monday night.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. And like he was beating a hell of a long way at his start before, and it was that Syntho, which again
Yeah. Well, he's just a stayer, isn't he? What did one of the owners say? Oh, just go straight to Moonee Valley over 3,000.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of them coming up till Christmas, so
anyway,
he might be there. Don't worry about it.
He looked good. I tell you, he looked good. He still looked a bit round.
Yeah.
And he definitely was blowing on the way back. He was blowing more than the jockey.
Well, good improvement.
But anyway, well, one drop of rain. Well, I hope it was rain. Anyway,
good luck.
So that was good. Got to Seymour. Saw that run second. Quite happy. Caught up with Ian Cashel.
Oh yeah.
Seen a few horses with it. Haven't seen him for about 5 years.
I see him every Friday.
He's never aged. He's always looked 65.
The train driver.
Yeah, he's always looked 65.
Every Friday, Cash has the 5 o'clock photo. wherever he is, having a beer.
On Facebook?
Yeah, every Friday.
He hasn't aged one bit.
I'll dig out last Fridays. It's a bowls club, and there's always 1, 2,
He's very
3,
social.
5. Absolutely loves it. Even when he was overseas in England.
Well, after the race, I went to try and find him. I don't know where they went. They must have been, I don't know. But maybe they were up in the members having lunch.
So Seymour's his home base?
Yeah, he
or-
just lives up the road.
There you go.
I think he's banned from all other tracks.
Yeah, so I do remember a good night with him at
Warrnambool?
Warrnambool,
Yeah,
down on the boat.
Rippin' family.
What was that? What do they call that down on the river?
Boathouse? No? Something like that.
Anyway, the Hopkins River.
Yeah, I know the one. That was a good dinner.
That was a good night. The red wine, if I
That's
never
all
ever
we
see
needed.
red wine again. He was like the train driver. He was sitting at the end of that table
Oh, yeah,
and
in
he
charge.
ran the show.
He was in
So
charge.
That was one of the...
That was a good night.
One
We
of
had
the
some great
better
nights there,
carnivals.
but no, he's a ripping bloke. But good to see him there. But I was going to buy him a beer after the race if you're watching, Cashel, and I couldn't find it. I don't know where you went, whether you went home or...
Friday, you would have went down to the Bowls Club.
Yeah, maybe he left, I don't know.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, he didn't want to hang out with me.
There you go. So you wouldn't have spent too long at Seymour then.
I was gone pretty quick.
Next, so it's Friday. Saturday, we had 2 runners now.
We did. Let's go to Sydney.
They both, I'll just say they both were unplaced.
Did you watch the Sydney race?
Yes. So jumped to the front, I thought, here we
Hello,
go.
what is going on?
Rogue.
What is going on here? Southern
Rogue.
France.
Let it
First
easy.
up, couldn't hold him, he said. He said the more he tried to hold him, the faster he wanted to go.
Bit fresh. And at the 600, he was sort of looking to bail out.
Bail
the
out.
tickets.
He was looking, who moved the winning post?
I think he upset a few race plans because they did scoot along.
Oh, mad.
What was the wash-up?
Mad. He just said, just way too fresh.
Yeah.
Pulled up good for once.
Yep.
And he's got one more start.
Righto, there you go.
Got to give him one more start.
Yep.
And then probably put him online and sell him Damien McDonald as a jumper.
South Pacific, we'll go with the S's, Southern France.
Anyway,
South Pacific.
yeah, he deserves another go. He's pulled up good and got that run out of the way.
It's funny, and we know the wash-up, but you're watching that race and thinking, when he's in front and bowling, surely he's not just going to lead all the way and do a rogue, but
No chance.
there was no chance. But yeah, anyway.
No, that was weird. I didn't expect that to happen. I knew they were going to ride him handy, but no one expected him to go the front. But I reckon I watched a race in Ireland that he was in, and they led on him, and he did the same thing.
Righto.
Took charge.
Yep.
And just wouldn't respond. Just locked his jaw and kept going.
Kept going.
So anyway, they won't do that again, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, anyway.
Don't know when he's in next. Can't remember, but there's a race coming up in 3 weeks, I think.
Same day, but a bit further south, it was the opposite. That out the back with Steinem, and that was a terrific race, obviously.
How good was that Memsies?
I think we said, if you look at the top of the weights and the thing a while, they were the horses. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, and they were all terrific in their own right.
Weren't they?
Oh,
Mr. Bright,
3 wide the trip. Basically.
3 wide, challenged at the 200,
looked like
gone,
run fourth. Yep.
and just come again. And just too good.
And I wish I win.
Oh.
Perfect run. Got off. Looked like it was going to go bang. Wallace stuck on, and Alligator Blood was sort of just in and amongst it. Yeah.
And then there was a gap, wasn't there?
The best 4 horses. I don't know what the gap was. 2 or 3 lengths.
That would be the best edition of the Memsies I've seen ever.
Yeah.
Now, someone might write in and say, what about this day? But I've personally...
But collectively,
seen.
for all the form to stand up,
Yep. So the mighty Steinem...
well, she got beaten 8.
She got beat 8.
And probably they held that margin right through the race.
Covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
On the corner, I thought,
Yeah, I did too.
here she comes. She's going to run on here, but looking at the sectional, there was no way, and she blew out.
And all the leading chances are up front, so they're all going to kick, aren't they?
They were all leading most of the day except for one race, and she had to cover ground against better horses. And first up, missed a bit of work because she had a setback, had a really big blow. So she'll go back to Mares Grade, to Moody Valley for the stock stakes, and they think, she'll be cherry ripe.
It's a good trial. So when you run last, and you think, but it wasn't too much wrong with the run, really.
No, not even. So 8 lengths behind Mr. Brightside.
Yep.
When you're not fully wound up, you're not fit, it's not your right distance, and you're covering all that ground.
Yeah, and at some stage she was further back than 8 lengths too.
Yeah, so she's come through the run well.
Yep.
And
push forward.
we go to the stock stakes.
Don't think we had any other runners, did we?
We didn't, but we did have a little horse trial at Cranbourne. We had 2 horses trial at Cranbourne on Monday.
Yeah, which...
Did you see that little report I sent out from Jamie Carr?
I seen the trial and the report, yeah. Said, what you say, they don't trial any easier than that, or any better, or any...
That's as good as they go. And,
no, I couldn't make him go any slower.
And I'll ride it in the Sofitel.
Yeah, I was actually out at...
The last time she said that, she went to Sydney.
Well, I was out at the Ballarat, out at the racetrack in the Tower of Knowledge, I call it out there.
Tower of Knowledge.
Could call it something else. And Kieran Ma was there with Dave, and there was Channel 10 camera running around.
Oh, yeah.
Morning. And I don't know, something got... Oh, no, he just looked at me. He said, I didn't know Jack was good. And I said, yeah. I said, and in the trial. And he goes, yeah, no, that's what I meant. And I said, oh, J Carr. And then Dave turned around and went, booked. And that's all it said. So
well, she was booked for the last start, but didn't turn up.
Yeah, all right. Oh, well.
Anyway.
Hopefully. Well, the fact that she jumped...
That trial was good.
You wouldn't want to be missing out next start. And which leads into the little 5%.
Yes, that goes online tomorrow. That'll be interesting.
Get your million out.
What do you reckon?
Get your million out.
How much are you going?
I'll go to $45, $50.
Opening bid, 10 grand?
Oh, if you put 10 up, that'll double, triple, quadruple, and get out to probably 5 times that amount, I reckon.
You and I, why don't you and I have a nearest to the pin?
Nearest to the pin.
Hey? Just a little comp between you and me.
Now, someone's going to go, right, it's worth $1 million, and someone's going to go, nah, it's worth 1.1.
Really?
I'll go 55,000.
Wow. Jeez. Hope you're right.
Because I'm
55,000.
I'm just thinking that the target.
I know he can win that.
Oh, he can win. Well, like I said to someone, they go 1.1. I said he can win $2.5 million by the end of his career and only win 2 more races.
Yeah, that's true with these pop-up races.
Yep.
Wow.
There, I'll go 55. You won't say nothing.
Me? I don't. Oh,
you go 56 or 54.
I would have said 45.
Righto.
I thought he's worth somewhere between 800 and $1 million.
Yep.
So I'll go in the middle, 45.
All right. So there we go.
All right. So what are we doing?
Oh, well, my chef for coffee if I lose.
Oh, is that all?
I don't, whatever.
Don't we get
we'll
a
go
fee?
the difference. The difference in the bid.
All right. Well, that'll be interesting. So stay tuned.
So we're gonna. We'll know that, won't we? Because next Wednesday.
that finishes up next Wednesday.
So if anyone wants to get online and have a look, the action will be from midday next Wednesday to whenever it finishes, which might be.
It's always in the last 3 or 4 hours.
I mean, there'll be someone I reckon will go, oh, can I blow them out of the water early, maybe?
Don't know.
You know, a little sneaky Tuesday afternoon bid.
It'll be fascinating to watch. So when that goes live, I'll send you the link.
Do English do any pump-ups for serious horses on there?
If they don't, I'll give them a serious
I was going to say they're quick to take the fee.
Yeah, well, they better do something. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, it goes live tomorrow.
And he races how long after
Saturday
that? 10
after.
days?
No.
Oh, that's 4 days later.
I've got 2 days to get the paperwork done.
Jeez, that was like South Pacific, I think. Tell you,
2 days to get the paperwork
4 days later, but they only won 14,000.
Anyway.
I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so it'll be a bit of interest over the weekend and next week.
And being D, he'd be on page
I don't think it works like that.
Doesn't work like that?
I don't know how it works.
Oh, righto.
It'll be it's in the share section, which is...
I hope it's in bold.
So I think there's geldings and then mares.
Oh, of course it is,
and then there's yearlings and then I think it's shares.
It's the whole horses.
It's just before mares.
Yeah.
Just before mares.
It's the whole horses that are in
It'll be sort of...
order.
Yeah, it'll be 3 or 4.
Half a dozen pages in.
So I'll be sitting at home glued to the screen.
Just keep refreshing.
Outbid. I've been outbid, Pete.
There's another 10.
Pete's been outbid. I've had a few inquiries. The word's got around. I
might throw in 30.
I had a call from a bloke in Perth.
Oh, right.
Going, I believe there's a share and detonator jack coming up.
Oh.
How'd you find out? Oh, I got contacts, he said. I said, well...
Not what's her name?
No, not a client. You better get some money ready, boy. Anyway,
that will be fascinating to see.
That's next week.
Might ring RSN.
Yep. Now, runners, what do we got?
Righto. Only one commitment I know of. Should be very hard to beat. Oh, the weather's a bit of a maybe issue.
Don't know.
Arizona Dreaming at Casterton.
On Sunday?
Draw, what is it, a 1400 benchmark 64.
Dropping him back.
Yeah, and...
Who rides?
I did see.
Harry Grace?
No, Jared Fry.
Oh, Fry.
61.
61?
Yeah.
He can make the weight.
Bowman's got the top weight, 61.5, which has got a bit of city form, but he's claiming with Laura Lafferty.
Okay.
There's a Simon Wild, if you have a look at the form, he's got a an international horse, ex-French horse. He's got a bit of form.
You go?
Probably not Sunday. No, where am I?
I'm not going.
No, Marley's got dancing, so no, I'm not.
No, I'm not either.
No,
how far is it? 4 hours?
I'm going to go there Monday for trials.
Well, you can stay. Take the swag.
Ring up the club and say.
Did you just drop the F-bomb online?
No.
I think you did.
What? Then?
Yeah.
I got to go Monday, I said, did I?
You
did I?
Play it back. Oh, better edit that out.
Well, if there's a beep, I did. Oh, right, eh? I got to go Monday.
All right, so Arizona Dreaming each way?
If
it's not wet?
We've drawn 8, Bowman's has drawn 11. It likes to race the first 2. I'd say...
Sit behind it.
I'd say go forward, because it's going to have to
cross.
Either then cross or sit outside us.
Yep.
And Casterton, where do you need to be?
Up there.
Well, and he's proven it on the Syndications Ballarat that he can handle being forward.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't waste my time.
I reckon at 1400 he might get run off a little bit.
Yeah.
But before he was a keen and charging.
Yeah.
I don't reckon he'll be. I think he'll be 3 pairs back. Strong way.
Because the trouble is, you go to places like Casterton, everyone gets in the mindset they want to leave.
Yeah, no,
so
I reckon we'll get run off our feet a bit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Then Thursday at Bendigo, serious statements due to run.
She's over all her little
trialled up all right.
Trialled good. Yeah.
So Sabasani needs a winner.
And she won her maiden at Bendigo.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's only an hour from home. Back in grade. Back to 13.
You should get there with an hour to spare.
Bendigo takes longer than you think because you've got to drive through Bendigo.
And it's 25 minutes through Bendigo.
I know.
And it's actually not a real good drive up from this end.
Not from my place.
Same here.
Pothole City.
Pothole City.
Between Balan and Dalesford. You struggle to find the asphalt.
Yeah.
Mainly gravel and holes.
Big holes. We get a bit of rain, it could be bigger holes by then.
Anyway, I'll be going to Bendigo Thursday at this stage to watch Serious Statement run, and I'll tell you what, if she's anywhere near right, she should be winning.
Yeah, I agree.
Without seeing the field or the barrier.
Back to a 64 or Class 1 or whatever, she should be right.
And don't be surprised if Mandino pops up at Moe on Tuesday. I know Stokes had it nominated, but he was going to wait till Monday. I think he's going to give him a little gallop on Saturday.
Yeah.
And if he was happy with him, he was going to back him up. But I won't be going to Moe.
No. Just take on the Bendigo trip.
I'm not that keen.
Forget Moe.
I went to Seymour. Someone else can go to Moe.
Shit, it's cold there.
We'll buy a jumper. You'll be cold tomorrow night when you're sitting at the G.
There's 3 layers in the back seat there.
You'll be sitting at the G watching the Swans put Carlton out.
Now, I know you've got a... just touch on someone that's passed away, but just before, our mate Mr. Yendall at Colac, I think I said I was at the Colac trials and he fell off, he smashed his collarbone. I was just seeing the photo there the other day.
Has he got pins put in it?
Yeah, well, I think the break was like serious, and I knew he was on the green whistle, and now I know why. Apparently got a plate through it. He reckons he's back in 3 weeks. Doesn't want to miss the Guineas with that step party.
I'd ride with a broken collarbone too for that horse.
Well, maybe you don't steer with one hand. So anyway, good luck to you, Dino.
You've got to admire these blokes, don't you?
Copped a hide in the last 12 months, hasn't he, with injuries?
Later in life.
Oh.
There'd be no golf for him.
Christine would be pushing him.
There'd be no golf. No, that's
well, that's absolutely. Golf's his second love.
Yeah, I don't know. These blokes, we don't mind potting them and bagging them and giving it to them, but geez, mate.
And it was such a basic horse swirled around and just went like that, and he just popped back right on his shoulder.
Just landing the wrong spot.
Like no speed, just standing still.
Yeah, no good. Anyway, Dino, get back. We need you. You're one of the few characters left in this game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Kadinsky Abstract was nom for Saturday in Sydney, but drew wide, so the current thinking is he'll come to Melbourne Saturday week at Flemington, and so that's where Detonator Jack will probably turn up.
Well, that's a big day for you.
Yeah.
Big Saturday at
Flemington, the home headquarters.
Might go for a drive.
Could be a good day, Pete.
Can't be out of the finals by then.
I'll tell you what, if Collingwood get beat tonight, am I going to have some fun tomorrow?
Well, imagine if Collingwood get beat and Carlton win. They play next week.
I want to see Collingwood Carlton in the grand final.
Can't happen. If that happens, it can't happen, but it can happen. I think...
That's my dream.
don't know how. Oh, yeah, it will happen if... so Collingwood win, they go the preliminary.
Yeah.
Carlton then have to... If they win, they then go the other side, which is Brisbane, Port Adelaide. So they have to beat...
A lot has to happen.
Yeah, they've got 2 interstate wins.
Anyway, I'd just like to see Carlton Collingwood.
Yeah.
You know, because basically all the Collingwood supporters will obviously follow Collingwood, and the rest of Victoria will be barring for Carlton. Because everyone else hates Collingwood.
I reckon there's a lot of hate Carlton too. I reckon there's a lot of hate this.
Well, you can't barrack for Collingwood, so you've got to barrack for Carlton.
I reckon there's a few getting itchy feet about this segment too. It's become a bit footy centric. Hasn't for about 8 years.
Well, there's only 3 weeks to go. And then we'll get on to the cricket. Now.
Yep. Some sad news.
Yeah, unfortunately, we lost one of our owners last week. Shirley Baker passed away after a battle with illness, and our thoughts go out to David Baker and his family.
Yeah.
Because sadly he's lost his mum and dad in
12
months, which is no good. But they had a good innings and terrific people.
Great followers,
and
great loyal supporters.
Shirley Baker, I always just will remember as sitting there with a smile on her face. Whether the horse won or not, she just sat there with a smile. Jeff, on the other hand, if the horse got beat, he got in the taxi and went home.
Bit grumpy.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you one.
You don't meet people like that.
No. And Shirley was big for our competitions.
Oh, I loved it.
Always first one
loved
in.
It.
All the comps we had across the last few years, and was pretty good.
Just a really good family. So
condolences, Dave.
Very sad. Very sad. But it's not an easy time for the family for sure. Moving on, we've had a couple of files.
Oh, a couple more.
We've got 2.
So we've had the one we spoke about once.
We had the Kinzua, and then we had Fox Largo had a Tornado during the week.
There you go.
And now we're waiting for Mrs. Bannock, who's overdue to drop a Camelot.
Couple of nice little foals.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for that. So moving through that foaling season, the mares will be getting covered any time.
Got any brains, it'll be next week.
And if we've got any brains, we'll wind this up very shortly by the look at that sky.
It's all gone from blue to purple since we've been here.
Looks like the kind of looks like the Carlton footy jumper, the navy blue.
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
All right, that's about a wrap.
You've been studying a little bit.
Oh yes, so
our
just
cup
a reminder for our comp that's coming up. We're not asking for now, I'm just reminding you that we're doing a Comp 1 selection, Caulfield Cup, Cox Plate, Melbourne Cup.
You found a nice combination.
So in preparation, I thought I'd have a look. And of course, when you settle on what you think right now, you'd be mad not to have a bet.
Oh, you can't pick about not have a bet.
So unfortunately, I've had to have a bet. So I've had $10 on to win 8,500. And I might as well tell you what it is.
Well, you find a couple of hurdles.
I fell into the Caulfield Cup. I fell into Salcombe.
Oh, how good was that the other day?
Who won so well at Caulfield.
We nearly taken to the Melbourne Cup too, will you?
No, I didn't. Don't know if he run the trip. But Salcombe I've taken for the Caulfield Cup.
Yep.
Then I've taken Mr. Brightside for the Cox Plate.
Yeah. Valley
because he was just so good and loves the Valley.
Valley horse.
And then I've taken the favourite, the Willie Mullins horse, Verban.
Yep.
I've taken him to win the Melbourne Cup. Now, for $10, $8,500.
So that was 880 to 1.
Yep. That's ridiculous, isn't it? Well, I know it's a donation.
But just look at them as individual horses in their races. You say, well, they're all top 3 or 4 or 5 chance? Top 3?
Well,
probably. Well, what's the name? Salkin's equal favourite.
Yeah.
Brightside would be equal favourite.
Loves the Valley.
And
anyway.
Yeah.
Verban.
Verban, it's up in the markets.
Yeah, it's favourite.
Well, you could not.
So I just had to have a lazy 10 on it. I could have had 50, but I wasn't that brave. Because I'll probably have 4 of those bets before we get there.
Yeah, well, that's right. So spread your...
So it's all in. The money's down the drain.
Spread your risk.
It's a donation.
Spread your risk.
But you know what? What's it called? Soccer. If you won the Caulfield Cup, you were right. My cash out could be a couple of hundred.
Well, then you can have a Cox Plate Melbourne Cup double with the cash out.
Anyway, so you guys need to get on and start having a bit of a play and a bit of a look. So we're going to close this off 7 days.
What are we?
7 days before the Caulfield Cup, which is around the 1st of October.
So we're about
a month, 3 weeks out.
Yeah, but we're about 5 weeks out from the Caulfield Cup.
It's about normally the middle of October.
Yeah, because the Cox Plate's the last weekend.
We're about 4 weeks, 5 weeks out.
5 weeks.
Anyway, I just wanted to whet your appetite.
So so I reckon that first Friday in October we can cut it off.
Yeah.
First.
I did catch up with JD Hayes after Mr. Brightside won the Memsie.
Yep.
And congratulate him. He said, I didn't have to do anything. The horse is a star. I said, mate, this horse is by Bull Bars, probably one of the worst size going around in New Zealand.
Talking about
anyone can win a Group 1 with Bull Bars. He's got to be a star trainer. And then he went and played footy the next day.
Best on ground at the two of them.
Because I said, you're partying up tonight. He goes, no, I've got to play footy tomorrow.
They were 1-2. I think first and second best on the ground.
So what a weekend.
And I think, I don't know what they've got running this weekend, but they play Sunday again because they're coming from an elimination spot. No, that's the second week. So they're on a knockout every week.
Oh.
He said until we get to...
It's like racing, isn't it?
Until we get to grand final, I said it could be a decision then because it'll be back to a Saturday.
Oh.
I don't know what the race day would be. It'd be close to probably Guineas Day.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah. That's right. They don't all need to be there.
Living the dream, aren't they?
Ah, good on them.
Leading the premiership.
Good on them. Like they were... How will they go? There was a lot of questions.
Oh, mate, there was horses taken off them.
And the stable wasn't flying when they took over either.
And there was horses taken off them and given to other trainers because they thought they didn't want boys doing the man's job. Well, I'll tell you what, all those doubters, they're there.
They listen to mum and dad along the way. They've learnt.
They're nice kids.
But they are terrific, well-mannered, well brought up. I mean, we had a bit to do with Ben before the partnership, and he was always like... You get some trainers and they're quick to sort of dart away from the ownership group. He'd stay there until the last person was there.
Yeah, no, they're good
asking
people.
Questions,
And I don't know how many people were in that Mr. Brightside, but there must have been 200 in the manning yard.
Hundreds.
Must have been 200 in the manning yard.
It's not a Morocco share horse, is it? Or
I don't know, mate. But
there's hundreds of them.
Everyone was whinging because they were only giving our horses owners 1 manning yard.
Oh.
And then when that horse won, there was like 200 in there. So I don't know how that worked.
Well, you get priority when you get to that status, maybe. It's a bit like, remember Black Caviar? There was 6 owners or 8 owners, but there was 170 in the man yard.
All right, let's wrap it up there. So where are you putting your money?
Detonator Jack, I have nothing left to bet with.
That's Saturday week.
No, I'm talking about buying the 5% share.
Oh.
No, I think we've got a winner. I reckon we've got a winner at Cassidy.
Righto. Arizona Dreaming.
Yep.
The dream lives
and if
on.
it wins, well, just double up with Serious Statement because they're both good chances.
All right.
And Mandito maybe, we're getting carried away.
You're going mad.
But the only one that we know that's accepted at the moment is Arizona Dream.
Great chance.
Yep.
Till next week, I'm Darren Dance with Peter Morgani. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the footy and enjoy the racing. It's all starting to heat up now.
Go Blues.